Hey, how y'all doing out there? I got some old crazy news for y'all. Man, I just don't understand it. These girls got on Facebook Live, driving drunk, having the time of their life. People say they died happy, but it's very unfortunate that they died. Y'all need to listen at this.
On the early morning of Sunday, March the 30th, 2025, a tragic accident in Lake County, Florida, took the lives of three young women and left another in critical condition. The four women were riding in a 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee along State Road 19 near St. Florian Lane when disaster struck. It was just after 3 a.m. when the vehicle lost control while trying to make a sharp curve. Instead of turning with the road, the car veered off the highway, crashed into a pole, and flipped over several times. All four women were thrown from the car. Sadly, two women died at the scene. The two other passengers, including 26-year-old Mariah Belcher, were taken to Orlando Regional Medical Center. One of them later passed away, and Mariah is still in critical condition, fighting for her life. None of the women were wearing seatbelts, which made the crash even worse. The Florida Highway Patrol reported that the car was speeding at 116 miles per hour, double the speed limit. The crash was alcohol-related, with the women drinking and recording themselves on Facebook Live just before the accident. In the video, they could be seen passing around a bottle of liquor, laughing and dancing. One of the passengers could even be heard telling the driver to run a red light and hit the dash,
Run a red light! Hit it down,
showing just how irresponsible and reckless their behavior was. While their crash wasn't caused by running a red light, the video clearly shows the dangerous attitude they had while behind the wheel. This tragic event highlights the extreme risks they were taking by speeding, drinking, and making careless decisions. What makes this even sadder, just days before the crash, one of the victims posted on Facebook about her fear of being in a car with someone speeding. She wrote, "This exactly why I be scared ASF when other people be speeding with me in the car." She had shared this message after losing a friend in a recent car accident, expressing her concern about the dangers of speeding. Tragically, just days later, she found herself in the same situation, as a passenger in a car speeding and driving under the influence, which ultimately led to the fatal crash. The families and friends of Tavia, Kay, and Kanisha are heartbroken by the loss, while Mariah's survival gives a little hope, though she has a long recovery ahead. This accident is a painful reminder of the dangers of drinking and driving.
You know what? This story is very sad and unfortunate, but stuff like this happen all the time. All across the world, you got people out there driving drunk. I don't understand why they just won't call a Uber. It's a whole bunch of different taxi services you could call. Why would they put their life at risk? They said that young lady had fear of driving in a car with somebody that's speeding. It ain't that much peer pressure in the world. She could have told them to pull over, let me out. She could have called up somebody, but I guess when you drunk like that, you ain't in your right mind. Did they hit the lottery or something? What had them so turned up like that? I just don't understand. Some people must be tired of living. Y'all gotta let me know, cause I don't know. But like I said earlier, this type of stuff happen all the time.
16 party in Nassau County ended in tragedy after police say a drunk driver slammed into a town car in New Hyde Park, killing 3 passengers. Eyewitnesses say the Mercedes was speeding on Jericho Turnpike when it crashed into the town car around 11 o'clock Saturday night. Now reporter Shantae Lance live in New Hyde Park with more. Shantae.
Dave, this is a devastating loss for a family celebrating a Sweet 16 here in New Hyde Park. A memorial now sits at the spot where those 3 females were killed. The crash happened outside of a catering hall where that party was held. They pulled out slowly from a side street before they were T-boned on Jericho Turnpike by a drunk driver. I want to get you straight to some surveillance video of that crash. We obtained it from a nearby gas station. The 3 females were all riding in the back seat of a black Lincoln Town car. Police say a 22-year-old drunk driver struck and killed them. All 3 died on scene. The crash happened on Jericho Turnpike in New Hyde Park just after 11 Saturday night. Witnesses say one of the females killed was the teen's grandmother. A worker at the inn at New Hyde Park says he just saw the 3 females leave before the crash.
You see people get killed immediately. You were just with them 5 minutes before. You know, it's kind of sad. You're holding the door. They're going home thinking, they had a great night for their sweet 16, their granddaughter. It's a nightmare.
I think it should have a traffic light because there's been several accidents here. I mean, the last one put dents in my door and took chips out of the stone outside.
And the alleged drunk driver, 22-year-old Dante Lennon of Freeport, has been charged with 3 counts of vehicular manslaughter and DWI. Nassau County Police, meanwhile, will be holding a press conference later this afternoon to give more details on this deadly case.
You know what I'm afraid of? I'm afraid this type of thing gonna start trending. People gonna start thinking it's cool to get out there and record yourself drunk driving, having fun, turning up, because it's a lot of people that enjoy watching content like this. People ain't sitting down watching the Cosby Show, A Different World, Family Matters. They like a different type of content, and this is it. 2025, people about to be out here recording themselves drunk driving and getting into all types of accidents. And I gotta keep telling y'all, this ain't the first time something like this happened.
Does 60 years to you look like it's reasonable? Somebody with no priors, does it look like it's reasonable? This system is made for black people to fail.
Miguel Matthew reacts after a jury returns with their punishment for murder of a 4-year-old in a drunk driving wreck.
Good evening, and thank you very much for joining us. I'm Daryl Franklin.
And I'm Lauren Linville. The jury says convicted murderer Miguel Matthew should give 60 years of her life in prison in exchange for taking a 4-year-old's life in a drunk driving wreck.
That verdict on punishment came after about 2 hours deliberation this afternoon.
In his plea for a sentence in the minimum range for murder, the defense attorney focused on the difficult life Matthew had growing up in poverty in the Caribbean.
Gan Grimes told the 6-man, 6-woman jury he was not making excuses for what Matthew did, driving drunk and causing the death of 4-year-old Christian Redmond.
He said she feels genuine remorse and can never forget Christian. He said Matthew and alcohol are like holding a wolf by the ears, scared of what might happen if she lets go. And he said the longer she's in prison, the longer it will take for her to get in a better alcohol treatment program. In response, District Attorney John Gillespie said even now, Matthew continues to minimize how much she drank and how fast she was driving before she crashed.
He said according to one doctor, it would take around 10 shots of liquor to have the .188 blood alcohol level 1.5 hours after the wreck. Police estimate her speed on the curve at more than 100 miles per hour, while she said she was going 80 to 85 miles per hour. He told jurors while she may have no prior convictions, her first offense is murder of a child, and he asked them to consider no less than 45 years. He said the sentencing that they decide on reflects the value they put on a child's life.
I think it says that this little boy's life was worth that this little boy's life was worth protecting, it was worth fighting for, and that he deserved better than this. And it is a terribly sad case, but it's sad most of all because Christian Redmond will never have another birthday.
Matthew will become eligible for parole after 30 years.
This type of stuff be breaking my heart. I hate to see stuff like this in the news, but I had to report on it because I know a lot of y'all gonna get out there this weekend, especially since it's getting hot outside. Y'all gonna be drinking, but I advise y'all, don't be drinking and driving. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section, man. I got so much love for y'all. Make sure y'all do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button. And for the people that have been leaving no comments, I gotta let y'all know right now, y'all all appreciate it. I love the fact that y'all be hitting me up, showing me that love like that, because y'all know I ain't got nothing but love for y'all. One more thing before I go. Subscribe to my channel if that's what you want.
Subscribe to my channel if that's what you want, but if that's not what you like, then you must be a punk. Hold on now, here we go. Who is this girl? She got that junk in her trunk. Baby girl, back it up, poke out your rump. It's S.A.T. that you want, and my music hit